There's a peculiar irony unfolding in our society today. Groups claiming to champion secularism and freedom from religion are, in effect, pushing their own belief system. This system, often disguised under the banner of atheism or secular humanism, actively seeks to dismantle the presence of Christianity in public life. But here's the catch. Their efforts are not about true neutrality. They're about replacing one set of beliefs with another. We must ask ourselves, is atheism, particularly in its activist forms, truly about the absence of belief? Or is it, as their actions suggest, a belief system in itself, a religion by another name? The answer, when we honestly examine their efforts to shape public discourse and policy, becomes increasingly clear. This isn't about simply living without belief in God. It's about actively promoting that non-belief as the preferred societal norm. It's about silencing opposing viewpoints, particularly Christian ones, under the guise of separating church and state. This, my friends, is not neutrality. It's a worldview vying for dominance, just like any other. Many argue that atheism can't be a religion because it lacks a deity. But the very definition of religion extends beyond traditional concepts of a god. Religion, at its core, is a system of beliefs and practices that provide a framework for understanding the world and our place within it. It's about values, purpose, and morality. Atheistic humanism, whether they acknowledge it or not, offers this framework. They have their own set of ethical codes, their own explanations for the origins of life and the universe, and their own vision for a just and equitable society. They gather, organize, and advocate for their beliefs, mirroring the structures and activities of traditional religions. To deny the religious nature of these organized movements is to ignore the very real impact they have on shaping societal values and public policy. It's like saying that just because a building doesn't have a steeple, it can't possibly be a place of worship. True neutrality requires recognizing that atheism, in its organized and activist forms, operates as a belief system akin to religion. Even our legal system has recognized the inherent religious elements within humanism. Consider the case of Torcaso v. Watkins in 1961. The Supreme Court ruled that secular humanism is a religion for the purposes of the First Amendment. This decision shattered the myth of atheism being a simple absence of belief. Cases involving the American Humanist Association challenged religious displays on public property. These legal battles highlight the influence of secular humanism in shaping public discourse and policy. The implications of this religion of atheism are most keenly felt in public spaces, particularly in our schools. Under the banner of neutrality, there's a growing movement to erase any trace of Christian teachings or heritage. We see this in the removal of religious symbols, the banning of prayer in schools, and the silencing of any discussion that might be deemed religiously charged. It's a subtle form of indoctrination that masquerades as education. In a truly free society, all voices deserve to be heard. Christians are not asking for special treatment, but for the same freedoms afforded to other belief systems, including atheism. Just as secular humanists are free to express their views, Christians should be able to share their faith without fear of censorship or reprisal. Imagine a society where a student could feel comfortable wearing a cross necklace to school just as easily as another student could express their support for LGBTQ+ rights. Imagine a public square where a nativity scene at Christmas could stand unchallenged alongside a banner celebrating Darwin Day. This is not about forcing beliefs on anyone. It's about creating a space where diverse viewpoints can coexist, where respectful dialogue can flourish, and where the marketplace of ideas is truly open and accessible to all. Rediscovering the power of faith. The Christian faith, at its core, is about love, compassion, and hope. It's about finding meaning and purpose in a world often filled with uncertainty and pain. To silence these voices, to relegate them to the shadows of private life, is to deprive our society of a rich and valuable perspective. As people of faith, we must not shy away from the public square. We must engage in this cultural conversation with courage, wisdom, and grace. We must articulate the beauty and truth of our faith in a way that resonates with a searching world. This is not about winning a culture war, but about sharing a message of hope and redemption. It's about reminding the world that even in the midst of darkness, there's a light that shines brightly, offering guidance, comfort, and unwavering love. Let us, as Christians, be that light in a world desperately searching for answers. Let our voices ring out clear and strong, proclaiming the truth and beauty of the gospel.